How's it going? Thank you for stopping by, checking out my YouTube channel, for checking out my YouTube page. My name is Rick, also known as Rick's 2 Cents. Those are new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell for notifications when I upload a new video. Those who are already subscribers, thank you for coming back for another video. What we're going to do today is this. We're doing more and more videos in the wood shop area, and I tried this green screen thing, and I just didn't like it. And to be honest with you, I don't mind this nice brick wall hand-laid foundation from 1865 in my background, but I just think this looks craziness, right? And you try to hold on to this. Some of this wood's really expensive. Actually, wood's very expensive right now. So there's a big giant sheet of MDF, and there's a couple sheets behind it, and it's just, I want a better way to organize it. So what we're gonna do today is we're actually gonna build a nice container to hold all that. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make it as wide as a full sheet of plywood. And I'm going to make it 3 feet tall, 2 feet wide. And I'm going to put these caster wheels on that have locks. I put those caster wheels on the table that I built for around my table saw. They work really, really well. You're able to maneuver it around, step on these, lock it in place, and they don't go anywhere. So this is really nice. I'm going to start doing a lot more videos in my wood shop, so I just want to clean it up, make it look a little nicer. So let's get to work. Crack shit, this thing is golden. Should be already dialed in for 2x4s. Seems pretty legit. Alright, well, it's done. So I put this piece of plywood in the back so that when I'm sliding stuff, that it'll help stop it. It'll also help it be sturdy, because obviously I can't put something in the front here, because this is going to, plywood and stuff is going to, be sliding in here. I'll see how this works out. I might end up putting something here, because it looks a little wobbly on the ends. This one seems super sturdy. I had an issue with one of these boards. It had a big knot at the end. When I was going into it, it was hitting that knot, and it was just being kind of goofy. So I may put another one right here. But looks like I don't have enough lumber to do that right now. So we'll see. And then I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and put a piece of plywood over this, over the top, to make it slide easier. And it may, add a little bit of stability to this. We'll see here. So I'm gonna go through the scrap pile, see what I can come up with, and if I may have to run to Home Depot to just get one last board. I kind of used what I had. When wood was cheap, my daughter and I used to go to Home Depot when the 2x4s go on sale. We'd buy like 100 of them, and I got, I guess, accustomed to start building projects and just having endless amounts of wood. And now with wood prices just through the roof, we don't have stocked up as we normally would. So I'm happy with the way this looks. This guy obviously is a lifesaver to build all this. Takes helps a lot. I was struggling a little bit working with one hand. I'm probably sure you noticed it on camera with that stupid drywall screw, or wood screw, and put a magnet test on myself and ran home like no problem. But that was just an aggravating thing. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I have one, or I have that tool too that you can put anything through and it makes it magnetized. So that other one that's not working, I will run through the magnetizer, so it is magnetized. So let me dive in through this into this. Oh, and then of course these wheels. So what I think I'm going to do is just in the corners, I'm just going to drill up. You don't have this come through. It's not long enough to actually come all the way through, so I can't like put a nut on this. But what I did in the table for the table saw is I put it in this part here, so it actually went up into this board, and it's just sitting in there, and the hole's barely big enough for this to go in, so it's not all loosey-goosey or sloppy. And I built that table 2-3 years ago, and I've had no problem at all. Just made sure the hole is real snug and fit, so that worked out well. So let's see if I can find a piece of wood to go here. But tell me what you think so far. What do you got going on at your house or your wood shop? How do you store your wood organized? So this is exactly the width of a piece of plywood now, so I can slide a piece of plywood in there without a problem. I think that's going to be a huge help. So just kind of, I think one more here will do it. It's just going to be a lot of weight on one side basically. So we'll see. I'm going to come up with something. Maybe even I'll just put if I have extra, maybe I'll put plywood going across, just kind of match what's mimicking here going across. Maybe that'll help too. Then it'll keep things from falling out. So time to dig in the wood pile, right? That's the whole point of this video. Not throwing away wood. So let me dig in there. Let's see what I got, and we'll come up with something. Definitely doing some upgrades in the shop. So I try to keep everything as organized as I can. These books, and like I said, I got a router table upstairs, so I got a lot of tools that I'm gonna try to fit in here and to be really well organized. So just keep seeing the shop improving, and feel free to share your shop with me. Say, hey, this is what I'm working with, or this is how far the progress of your wood shop has come along. This table was a huge build for me that really changed things. So I'm hoping this is just going to keep me organized and make everything look a lot nicer. And so I want to ramble on anymore. So so we'll be back tomorrow. Now inject into this video and we will get this wrapped up. But I'm excited. It's something I really want to do for a while, and I should have done. And honestly, had I not decided to start doing these videos in here in this wood shop, I probably wouldn't have. I'll be honest. Nobody sees all that mess. But I don't want you to. So we'll be back. Ran Home Depot. Got some lid. So I'm just gonna cut one right here, one right there. I think that'll add an extra. And then that one on the other side that I didn't do the 3, I did the 2. I just put a toenail in it, and the seam stiffened it up. I got a sheet of plywood, brand new. If you've been following me online, you see we have an English mastiff that got hit by a bus, and that sounds crazy. $20,000 in surgeries later, it's still alive. But so we're using the sheet of plywood to kind of put her into a certain area in the kitchen, and it was sitting against the wall, it was doing good, but sitting in the kitchen, it dried out, kind of got little waves in it. But at the end of the day, it's going to be used to hold scrap, so it's not like it's a furniture piece. So I'm going to bring that downstairs. This is 3 feet tall, so it works out great because 8 feet long, right? 3 feet tall, 3 feet tall. This is the widest piece. 2 feet will go straight in the middle. So one sheet will actually do both sides and down here. And I'm doing the bottom not only for stability, so to give like that flex, but also because there's spacing in here. And if I'm sliding something in here and it's not as long as the whole thing, I don't want it to be falling in and, you know, just whatever. So that worked out great. One sheet of plywood will do both sides and the bottom. And I'm okay with just this one piece here. So let's go ahead and get this one piece cut, and then I'll be back, so I'll have to actually take that piece of plywood, walk out the front door, walk around my house, and come in the back door, because I won't be able to take that sheet of plywood through my kitchen and downstairs. I have a kind of winding stairs. But yeah, so let's get this cut. Let's get this, put some holes in it with the Craig's kit. This thing is phenomenal. If you don't have one of these yet, get it. It was on my wish list forever and ever and ever, and I got it, and I'm so mad I just didn't get it sooner. Bom, bom, bom. So I did actually order this entire box of screws on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description below. Yep. few modifications than I originally thought I was going to do, but that was just doing some testing. So I literally just like, you know, grab that side, and I swung my feet and I hung my weight. I'm about 150 pounds. Sure I am. Probably like 200, 215, I would guess. I haven't weighed myself in a while, but so I'm assuming, you know, when this is the exact height of a half a sheet of plywood, so I'm assuming, you know, it's going to be higher sticking up, you know, and the weight's going to be leveraged. So what I did add is I added some boards there on the bottom, and I toe nailed them into this way, and that way, and also down. And I did use the what's it called, kit here? The Craig's kit. This comes in super handy. I'm in the light here. I mean, it's the Pocket 4-in-1. This is the K4 kit jig. Super awesome. I actually want to get the shelf kit that makes the holes in the sides. That's my next jigs kit. Anyways, so I put those on the bottom, and that needs, you know, seems add a little stability. I just want to make this. My father used to say, built like a shit brick house. Excuse my French. I don't know if your dad used to say that, or anybody else say that in your family, but that's just an old family saying. Not even sure exactly what that means, but super strong. You know, be able to carry more weight than it needs to, because I just like to maybe overbuild things sometimes, so I never have to repair it or do anything. It's just gonna last forever and ever and ever. The wheels work out super easy. It's super easy to move because they're those industrial wheels. Also, the bearings won't go out, you know, when you start putting a good amount of weight on it. Like I said, I've had these same wheels on my table over there. You can see on my table that I built that's inside of my table saw. I'll show that in a second. And then I just added these two small braces going across. And I think it's good to go. I mean, like I said, it's not a furniture piece. I wasn't trying to make it a furniture piece. Essentially, this was all made out of scrap wood, my scrap wood pile, with the exceptions for 2 2x4s that I had to go buy. Otherwise, everything else was just scrap. So I'm starting to make more videos in my wood shop. I had them piled all in the back in the corner right here, but it just seems like disorganized, and I kind of don't like that showing in the background. So whether you're on YouTube or not, it doesn't make a difference. Like, you just want your shop to be more organized. It's the purpose of this, you know. And then I can actually you know, stage it out, like the bigger pieces in the back and smaller. And I covered the floor because I don't want them to fall through. So it's just framed out basically. Like I roughed out a wall, kind of, so to speak. But super happy. Let me just go ahead and set this here really quick. Okay, look. Good thing I didn't fall. That would have been embarrassing. But yeah, so I'm super happy the way it turned out. So let me just start getting all this wood, putting in here, and then I put up this shower curtain. Here, I got one more to put up, but you can see I'm putting up all my tools and organizing all my tools, and so this is my shop. It's going to make a little more presentable. I'm putting the lasers back there, and table saw here. I'm sorry, chop saw over there, and table saw here. CNC. I'll have hopefully a CNC be set up here soon. So you're going to see a lot of improvements in my wood shop. I'm going to do some improvements in the lighting. I'm going to do some improvements on this insulation. So yeah, so this is just a wood shop video to keep your wood shop organized. I know a lot of us. Another thing I'm going to start doing is I'm going to build a shelf to be able to put things like this. Like, where do you put your blanks? So if you have stuff, a shelving unit built to keep those blanks, see, I have them just stacked everywhere. Your blank cutting boards, how do you stack them? How do you store them? You know, so they don't get moisture, condensation, or whatever, or they don't start to warp. Give me ideas. You know, maybe I'll build one too. I got some room under there, so I was thinking about just building it down. You know, making some slides to go in there. You know, didn't store down there some wiring, so I could definitely do that as well. That's just unused space. But give me some ideas. What do you guys think? And let's go. But I'm super happy about this. And I had my daughter and my son kind of give me a hand. I'm not sure if I caught them some footage, if they do, but you know, just it's always a good thing. My daughter's 14 now, and she's getting friends of her own, and I miss her just, getting dirty with me, whether it be on ATVs or building things, because my daughter is handy. She's very beautiful. She's a girly girl, but she doesn't mind getting dirty with daddy, and those times are becoming less and less often, right? So they're teenagers, and they got friends, and daddy's not so cool to hang out with from before. She was so much of a shadow, I'd step on her. Always hanging on to my right leg. But I'm sure if you're a father, you know how that goes. But all right, let's get this going. Let's get some wood in there. I'm excited. I'll push this out the way. And then you know what? Also, you'll be able to see literally how well the wheel locking mechanism works. Because if I'm pushing a sheet of plywood in there, is it going to push off on me, or is it going to stay? And at the end of the day, this is actually, the backside is going to be, what you can't see here is my basement. This portion of my basement is only about a quarter size of my basement, but it's not as wide all the way going extended out, but it's much longer. So it's going to be basically close to this, about here, about halfway, right? So it'll be butt up against that wall, so it won't be sliding anywhere. But if you don't have it butted up against the wall somewhere, or you're moving it around, and then loading the wood and then pushing it where you need to be, those locking mechanisms will come in handy. So let's get some wood loaded up. I'm really excited to just make my shop look a lot better, because like I said before, my wood shop was never something that was ever shown on camera. It was just something that work I did down here by myself, and now the world gets to see it. So I need to make it look a little more presentable. All right, let's lock these wheels in. And just goes to show, it's not super heavy. So so let me lock these wheels. I can pick this up. And obviously you couldn't do this when there's wood loaded on it. But I just figured I'd lift it just so you can see that. But I did lock the back wheels. It's not going anywhere now. I could forcibly push it, but let's have some good lock on it. So let's get some wood loaded up and see how it looks. I had to unload that because it won't fit under this I-beam. So once I slide it on the other side over there, then I can slide it right back. Everything's fitting real nice. I'm liking the way everything's turning out. All right, well, that's all my wood. Other than this long piece right here, now I can sweep up the floor and get this cleaned up. Quick vacuum, maybe slide this one by over there, or slide it under my table. I got a nice area to store wood that's under here. You can see through here, I got some 2x4s, so I may take those 1x's and slide it there. And then I got this whole area cleaned up. So here it is, and it's wide enough so if it's not a full I could literally stagger multiple pieces in here. So I'm super happy the way it turned out. As you can see, it did not slide or move on me when I was loading it up. Even when I was stepping on it and carrying the piece on it, it really stayed. So I don't think it has to be up against the wall at all. So overall, I'm super happy with this build. I think it was a successful build. If anyone has any comments, opinions, something I should have done different, something you like, whatever, let me know what you think. But man, it's like I said, I think 100% serves its purpose. As you can see, all the wood, no stress, no bow, no nothing on this at all. I can, for the most part, stand that wood straight up, so I don't have to start getting any kind of bow in that wood as it starts drying out. But super happy. I did take a couple of these pieces out, you notice, just because this I-beam here, I won't fit underneath it to roll it. So I'll go ahead and roll it over on the other side of this curtain that I was talking about. Just out of sight, out of mind, I should, so to speak. I technically do have enough room to slide right here, but it'd be in front of this light switch, so I don't want it there. So I'm just going to put it out of the way, give myself some more room in the wood shop area. And yeah, so I mean, I'm happy. It sounds so retarded, but it just makes the shop so much nicer. It's just the way I was able to kind of stagger the wood and look at the wood, and to just move this out of my way at any point, because even if you have it nicely tucked away in the shop, it's still occupying the space. And if you need the space, it's a real hassle to move all your wood. And this may not seem like a lot of wood at times, but it depends, I guess, how many projects you have going at a time. And anytime before I buy wood, I always go through my pickings. And 9 out of 10 times I use partial or something that I already existing have. It's very, very, very rare that everything I'm doing a build on is, straight, bought from the store. I'm always pulling from this pile. So sometimes it's really big, sometimes it's real slim pickings. So it'll fluctuate. But at any rate, having the ability to store this in an organized manner is tremendous. Yeah, so I'm super excited. So let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share, and click on that bell so you get notifications when I come out with new videos. And we hit 1 million views. We're on up and away. I think at this point over 1,030,000 something. So I've been listening to all my subscribers. I'm showing what you guys ask, and you guys been asking me to do these time-lapse videos. You didn't like it that I just kind of showed something that's pausing, recording in between. So I've been putting this little music and doing the time lapse. So I'm listening. So if that's what you guys like, I'm doing. It is kind of cool. But yeah, so thanks again for watching. God bless.